Good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie, and today I'm going to talk about the direct method in language teaching. This method is important because it focuses on learning a new language the same way we learn our first language through speaking, listening, and interaction without translating. In this presentation, I will explain the main features, advantages, and some limitations of this method. First, the story starts at the beginning of the 20th century in Germany. Maximilian Berlitz discovered the direct method by accident. Berlitz, who used the grammar method to teach French, once asked to his assistant, who didn't speak English, to teach the class. To his surprise, the student improved a lot and communicated actively using only mimic and gestures. Then we have principles. One of them is direct association, emphasis on oral communication and pronunciation. We have inductive grammar, that it means is a way of teaching grammar where students discover the rules by themselves. Instead of the teacher explaining the rule first, students look at the example and find the pattern on their own. Then we have self-correction, and translation is totally avoided. Then we have the material that we can use. First, we have question and answers, tasks. The idea is that the student answer immediately and orally using English directly without thinking in their native language. For example, we can ask what's your favorite food, and the student answers said, my favorite food is pizza. The goal is for the student to think and respond in English naturally. Reading out loud. uh, this helps practice pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. Then we have self-correction activities. Here, students identify and correct their own mistakes, which helps them become more aware of the language. Finally, we have dictation. This allows students to work on listening and writing at the same time. For example, you can dictate a short sentences, the dog in the garden, and you can start slowly and then increase the speed to improve listening and comprehension. Now we have the role of the students is active participation, listen, imitate, answer questions, interact with classmates, and the role of the teacher is create immersive environment, guide conversation, fluent in the target language to show meaning without using translation. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the direct method. First, the advantages. Effective for real-life communication, students learn to speak and understand the language in a natural way, which is very useful for real-life situations. Second one, a focus on pronunciation. Since all activities are oral and in the target language, students develop better pronunciation and intonation. Intuitive. Learning happens through examples, conversation, and practice, which make it feel more like acquiring in language naturally. And motivating. Students enjoy speaking and participating actively, which keeps them motivated to learn. Now let's see some disadvantages. Hard to explain abstract concepts. It can be difficult to teach complex or abstract ideas without using the student's native language. Can overlook reading and writing skills. This method focuses mainly on speaking. Not as effective in big classrooms since it requires a lot of interaction and attention to each student. It can be challenging with many learners at once. So, in conclusion, it's very effective for improving speaking, listening, and pronunciation in a motivating and natural way. So, thanks for your attention, and here we have the reference en Cedemos los derechos de transmisión a CIILA.